shit out of here. Get that shit out of here.
We ain't trying to.
Nobody that's no.
All right. We're back in the Observerz Corner, part
Back
2.
in the corner, part 2. Yeah, baby.
Part 2 with Jesse Katz. The corner, baby.
Let's do it.
I think it's a great corner.
So we were chopping it up, and we were talking about like where is the place that when you get to it, you'll be like, I've made it.
Like our Mount Everest.
Our Mount Everest.
I want to hear what you want to have to say.
My Mount Everest?
Yeah.
I think a huge milestone for me will be something like what Michael B. Jordan just did. He just got this Creed 3 is his directorial debut.
Oh yeah.
After a long and celebrated acting career, which is continuing. A Bronx Tale with Robert De Niro. That was the first film he directed. I think so. Getting to a point in the future, way down the line, where I'm in a movie that I'm also directing. I think that would be beautiful. It's going to take a lot of time to learn that process. It's going to take a lot of time to get to that level of notability.
Yeah.
Where people trust you to make those decisions.
Those things should take a lot of time.
And they should take a lot.
Yeah.
And they absolutely should. Yeah. And you watch Michael B. Jordan on The Wire. 15 years later, like he was a great actor then, but he's a way better actor now.
Yeah.
And you watch Marlon Brando in On the Waterfront or Streetcar Named Desire, and he's an amazing actor then, incredible, young, rebellious actor. But then you watch him in The Godfather, and he's a better actor, and that's 30, 40 years later, and so it takes time.
That's what he's known for, right?
That's what he's known for, exactly. So, so I would say that would be the pinnacle for me. And
is the progression? Give me one. Let me just ask.
Go ahead.
Is the progression from actor to be director? So like in my world, there's DJ, the producer, artist, right? What is the progression in acting?
Good question. I think everybody has their own path.
That's why there's not a fucking book about how to be a successful actor, and if there is, you shouldn't fucking buy it.
I think, I think everyone's got their own path. I think a lot of actors go into the directing. I think a lot of actors don't do that.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think obviously more often than not they don't go into directing. But like you see, like Ben Affleck, like he directs.
Yeah, exactly. Or they're producing their own. Like I want to be producing. Like, I'll watch a random documentary about planet fucking Earth, and it's like produced by Leonardo DiCaprio, and you're just like, what the fuck,
Yeah, he's just shelling
money out, But I think it gets to a point where you can spread your influence and not only make a difference, but inspire other people and be inspired by other people to get to that place. And obviously, I'm clearly inspired by the people I've mentioned to get to that pinnacle. And I would never stop acting because that's the main thing. But I just think if you're at that level of an actor where you can be a major role in your film.
So your pinnacle would be like definitely in film though. Like you want to stay in the film industry.
I want to stay in the film industry. I want to be a part of it. And my big thing though is that, like you were saying, like what's the stages to get there, Kamal? Like what it takes to get there. A lot of my favorite actors, they spend a lot of time owning their craft in New York City, on the stage. And the more I've done stage work, the better I've found my film to be, and the more I've done film work, the better I've found my stage to be. I think they influence each other, and you can learn about a lot doing both. And so you have to go through those stages, and you got to start with the one-liner on FBI Most Wanted sometimes. That's how it goes.
Bro. You got to start from humble beginnings.
Yeah, humble beginnings.
Yeah.
Every actor, everybody who's successful, they start in the garage. They start at the bottom level.
Exactly.
What about you, Jesse?
It's a good question. So I think I think about this a lot. Like, what does my ideal life look like in 20 years, 30 years? And I think it is, in a sense, definitely a comedic sense, definitely film. I would definitely see myself like being just like a comedic actor, but also like I do want to take on those serious roles too, though. Like, I'm definitely into like the drama side of things too. But I think what I'm good at right now, and just like kind of have been, is just making people laugh. Like that's just always something. Like I've always been good at impressions, like doing like teachers in school. Like I've always kind of been. I just grew up in a a house that was like, I had two older brothers, so I was just always around.
So you were the funny one, like funny ones, like
doing
funny.
We were all funny, but I was definitely the funniest.
Of course, it's okay to recognize that. It's
I was
good
the
to
youngest one, right? So like I had to. My oldest brother's a storyteller. like by nature, right? And he gets his humor by stories. So he would take up a lot of the conversation by his stories. And so I would have to like find those little quick gaps in the stories to like get my one-liners out. You know? So I think I developed, I developed a good sense of timing.
That makes timing,
which is important, you know. So I've always gotten a lot of joy making other people laugh. You know, I think laughter is so important. Like it sounds so.
It is, man. Laughter is a big part of it.
But like when you laugh, you are so present. In the moment.
Absolutely.
Like not even to try to like be all like whatever spiritual, but it's so true. Like think about when you're laughing. If you're in pain, if you're, you know, like you think about kids in hospital, like why they have people come in and like make them feel good, like try to make them laugh if they can. Like
Laugh
it's so important, man.
it's a kind of a medicine.
100%.
Absolutely.
You need that.
100%. So that's something I really value. So something in that comedic sense, but also in front of the camera would be great. So like I don't know if it's I'm just starting the stand-up thing. It's only been 5 months, and I've been liking it a lot. I've been getting some good feedback. Like it's only been a few months, and so that's exciting to me to like write something and people like respond to it. Like that's it's validating.
It's validating. I mean, I have friends that are like yo, when is Jesse like when is he doing stand-up again? Like I want to go, and I was
man, I'm telling you right now, I need some tickets.
Yeah, you should.
I need some tickets.
Yeah, I got you, man.
Yeah,
I got you.
For sure. I'm down.
I will.
Well, no, it was cool because and then I text Jesse. I was like, "When are you doing it?" And he's like, "They're gonna be free."
They're gonna be like $50.
All right, so let me say this. So when they get to be expensive, I'm gonna need some tickets.
Right. Yeah. I got you.
I'm making a reservation.
I think like the $20, $30 bitch you can afford.
Right.
Yeah. I think,
What about you, Wes? What about you?
For me, man, I don't know. My ultimate goal is to like, for me right now, it's not about me anymore.
Because the family.
Did you have a child?
Yeah, I have 2 kids.
2 kids.
Yeah.
2 kids.
Awesome.
One of them just started walking. It's crazy.
Yeah. So for me, it's definitely it's not about me. I feel my time, it's gone in a kind of a way.
It's inspiring.
Yeah, but now it's for my kids. So anything I do right now, I don't think about me. I think about my kids.
Right.
Got you.
I mean, and you have to. I mean, it's similar. I'm sure it's similar for you.
So my
kids at least.
In hindsight, my ultimate goal would be for my kids to be
provide for them.
Yeah, to be a certain level of thing that they don't have to ask somebody for something.
Right.
They can get it themselves. They can go and afford to get it by themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that.
There you go.
I like that.
So I think for me, Mount Everest is
Mount Everest.
traveling, continually traveling and DJing all over the place while managing multiple projects. So like, you know, I'm working on a DJ school. So like
that's pretty cool. A DJ school.
So like
teaching kids.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Like giving back to the community.
Yeah.
And
like that kind of stuff. Like you know, there's an adage that says, "Those who can't do teach."
Yeah.
I'm not interested in that. Like I'm like, no.
You still want to be in. You still want to be on the front. You still want to be on the front end of it, so like still doing it too, right? So for me, that's what I'm saying. Like my life, I live honestly. If something, God forbid, I have to go today, I can say I live a happy life. I did all that shit. I travel. I've kicked it with the best of the best.
That's a cool feeling, man. I don't think
Understand?
a lot of people feel that way.
No, yeah, not
like
a lot of people feel that way.
If that,
I
like,
feel
if
yeah.
drop dead,
But the only my only
not many people.
Yeah, it would be my only biggest regret is like getting to see my kids grow up.
Right.
Huh? So that's what moves me right now.
Okay.
I want to see my daughter get married. I want to see my.
We'll beat his ass.
Yeah, I want. Yeah. I want to have that. I want to have that father. I want to have that father-daughter dance.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? I want to see my son walk down the aisle.
To Aaron Neville.
To
Aaron Neville.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Who knows? Maybe.
Who knows?
Really
Maybe.
cool. How old are your kids?
That song makes me
So
cry.
my son is 4 years old. He's about to be 5. My daughter's about to be 1.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
Unreal.
awesome, man. That's really cool.
That's awesome.
That's great.
Yeah, man. So that's all I grind for right now.
How is that, like creating a human being? Like,
it's a whole, bro. It's a whole.
Craziest thing.
Like this.
Nah. No, but the funny.
That's the conception.
Come on.
That's. Shit.
Looking into the eyes of somebody that you literally created must be.
It's mind-boggling, man. Mind-boggling.
Right?
Yeah.
I can't imagine a little Henry.
I know. You know the funny thing about it too as well. Kamal can relate.
I believe you. I totally believe you when you say that.
Yeah. Kamal can relate. Like for me, watching my son do certain things, I'm like, bro, I've been there, done that. I've done that. You can't outsmart me with that.
Right.
And he will try me. He will try his mom.
Like what? Like what did he do?
Like he'll come in and was like, oh, my mom say I can get this.
Oh, mom said.
I'm like, bro, she didn't say. I was like, no. I was like, she didn't say that.
Get your mom and tell her to come tell me right now.
So I turned and said, oh, yeah, get your mom. Let her come tell me that. Or tell her to text me and tell me that. He's like, oh no, she's busy on her phone right now. She can't come. So I was like, no, she didn't say that, bro. She didn't say that.
That's not funny. Like, what does he want? Like,
no, like, prime example, last night I was outside and he was supposed to be in bed at a certain time.
Right.
And he comes out, he's like, I was like, what are you doing outside? Aren't you supposed to be in bed? He's like, yeah, mom said I'd come outside and hang with you. I was like, no. It's bedtime. He's like, yeah, but she said that. I was like, no, she didn't say that. Go to bed.
Yeah.
And he's like, after a couple of tries, he's like, okay, I'm just going to go.
What do you think is a good, what's like your style of parenting? Like, what do you believe?
Ooh.
For me?
Whoa.
Yeah.
Wow, that's deep.
Yeah. I'm sure
So, okay.
I know.
No.
We went from Mount Everest and now we're
Right.
parenting.
Well, we don't have to.
No,
But I'm telling you. A lot of people say, listen,
Everywhere.
for me, the way I was brought up, you spare the rod and spoil the child.
Right.
No, you spoil the rod. You
spare the rod.
No, spare the rod and I said it right. Spare the rod and spoil the child.
That's true. That's it.
That's the saying.
What's
Because
the
you
rod?
don't. The rod is like,
You
okay.
gotta beat your kids.
Yeah, you gotta discipline your kids. Because if you don't
You
discipline
spare
your
the
kids,
rod, right?
Yeah,
You don't use the rod, you're gonna spoil the child.
yeah.
Yeah, so it's
I stand corrected.
Huh?
I stand corrected. You are correct.
Yeah. So the thing about it, when I was growing up, if my mom tell me, "Hey, Wes, don't do that," she have to tell me why not to do that.
Right.
She can't just tell me, "Hey, don't do that."
Your mom, you're from the Caribbean. Your mom, I just want to get this clear. Just for
No,
the
no,
record,
it's
I don't
facts,
think-
bro.
no,
I'm telling you, yeah.
I'm just gonna
Yeah,
repeat
yeah.
what I think I heard you said. Just to be clear, you're saying you're from the Caribbean. Your mom said, "Wes, don't do this," and she has to tell you the reason why she's telling you not to do it.
Yeah. So okay, for me, my mom was a teacher.
Okay.
You understand? And my mom was gonna explain stuff. So for instance, my mom would tell me, "Hey, don't do this," and I was still gonna do it. Now she realized if she
What
don't.
age were you?
I was a young kid. I was like, what, 3, 4.
Okay.
So if she sent me, if she's
Little more
saying,
leeway, little more
yeah,
leeway.
if she's saying, hey, don't do this, right? I'm curious now. I want to go do it.
Yeah.
But if she comes and she's telling me, she's like, hey, listen, this is what's gonna happen if you do this, this, and this, and this, and then it make me think. So then I have to choose now if I want to pay the consequences.
Your mom is awesome.
No, but don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. It's not.
I know,
No, bro. It's
I'm
not.
lying.
It
I'm
won't
not
be.
being
It won't be.
facetious. Your
No.
mom is amazing.
No, don't get me wrong. There's times when she would tell me, she's like, oh, don't do this, and I don't have to like ask her why, or she don't have to tell me why not to do it. Right. Or I already know, because you know why? I tried that before. I fuck up. You understand? So I'm not doing that again.
Right.
I'm not trying to get an ass whooping.
So you're gonna adopt your mom's style of parenting?
Not necessarily. Like for me, I talked to my son. I was like, listen, hey, pick up that. Why?
He says why?
The next question would be like, why? I was like, yeah, because you don't leave it on the floor. It's not. It doesn't go on the floor.
Right.
And then.
So not just because I said so.
Yeah.
You're giving him a reason.
I give him a reason why to pick it up. It doesn't be. It doesn't.
You're awesome. Bro.
Yeah, but
I ain't gonna lie. You're awesome.
I whoop my son at times. I let him know, it's like, you know, you don't disrespect people. You don't like, you
My
listen.
my mom would say to me, "Pick that up." Okay.
Right. Best believe you're picking it up.
That's it.
Bro, come on.
What about that phase?
It gets to a time with me with my mom. My mom was sitting across the room, right? And you ask me a question. Or I might be at your house. My mom's sitting across the room. I can see her, yeah. Right? And you turn and like, hey Wes, you want a soda? And my mom just looked at me, and I know what that means.
It means no.
It means no.
I'm not touching the fucking soda, bro. I'm good. I can be thirsty as fuck.
Yes.
My mouth can be so dry. And you ask me if I want a soda, and I look at my mom give me that look.
Yeah.
Bro, I'm not touching that soda, bro. It don't matter what. God
You
can come down.
know what my dad? You know what my
I'm
dad
not
did?
touching that fucking soda.
My dad was like, my dad told us when we were younger that Fresca, Mountain Dew, Coca-Cola, all of those things, we weren't allowed to drink them. But the reason what he told us, and we didn't drink Coca-Cola. He said, listen, if you drink that stuff, your dick shrinks. and we never drank soda.
Yeah, bro.
That's a good deterrent.
It worked. It worked. I still don't really like soda.
That's crazy.
And even
And your dick's still small, yeah.
And even
So I don't think it was the Mountain Dew, brother. I think it was something else, though.
like even as old as I am right now, as old as I am right now, right? As old as I am right now, if my mom tell me certain things, I don't question it sometimes.
Right.
You understand?
No, I do.
Because that's the mentality. That's the Caribbean mentality. You know what I'm saying?
No matter how old
Yeah.
you are.
I think the mere fact that your mom told you why she told you not to do something is already amazing.
Yeah, bro.
I know in the living of my life and how I was brought up, I don't have to tell you. I don't have to give you a reason.
Yeah.
Bro, like nowadays.
First, I'm bigger than you.
Right.
Yeah.
Amazing. So you're gonna fucking do what I say.
You live in my house.
Right.
You
bro.
pay no
You
bills.
you pay rent.
Yeah.
You can get a soda.
But I think for not just for kids too as well. Like they're too much behind like fucking computer, phones and stuff like.
Yeah.
So like right now, my son has this habit like he's addicted to to iPad, bro.
Right.
And he can't see something. He'll pick up anything, but he just goes on. He goes on.
Do you give him like time limits or
Huh?
like what do you like?
I
do you
try
to
not.
control it?
At first, I try not to because I was like, I limit him when you watch. I was like, okay, if you're gonna watch something that's gonna
Make you smarter.
build your vocabulary.
Yeah,
up.
yeah.
My son is very smart. My son is very smart.
I'm sure he is.
Like I'm talking like a
very
1 year old, bro. He know how to figure out what you call it, how to get on YouTube. We delete YouTube, bro,
Right.
and he went and re-downloaded again.
He's 1 year old.
I think,
At 1 year old, bro.
That's crazy. I think our generation. I think our
My
like.
mom
Yeah,
who's
bro.
like 60 has no idea what
No,
she's
yeah.
doing. She should not
Yeah,
be
bro.
given any sort of tablets or anything. She is so
Yeah.
old. Like,
So you
so
block
bad.
something.
Be
You figure out a way how to unblock
She
it.
might see this.
I know, yeah, we actually
Yeah, bro. I'm telling
Moms, I
you.
love you. I'm just kidding. I didn't mean it.
I didn't read it.
So my son is very very smart. So like, now I just figured out how to like get him off of YouTube.
Right.
I start figuring out on my phone now. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna implement that on his iPad.
I think
But the
Legos
problem,
are really great.
yeah. But when I say he ran through all of them like Super Mario. He know how to play Super Mario from the end. Like at 2 years old, he completely know how to play Super Mario.
Right.
That's insane.
Those things he already know how to do those
I
things.
can't play
And he
Super Mario
shows me
right
certain
now to
things.
save
Like
my life.
okay, right now I wasn't big into computer games. My son is like really really good at Roblox and stuff like
Right.
that for a little kid.
Yeah. kids
Like
love
building
that shit.
stuff.
That's cool.
You know?
That's
Yeah,
cool.
but no, it must be tough though because like you were saying before, like when your mom says don't do something, you just want to do it more.
Yeah.
Like, so if you try to take his iPad away from him, he's just gonna want to do it more.
Yeah,
Like,
but
so
what
it must be tough to like.
yeah, it's
try
tough.
to balance
So what I
it.
would do, I would hide the iPad. I was like, okay, hey,
Yeah, just hide
you're not listening. You're not doing what you're supposed to do.
Right.
No iPad.
No iPad.
Your parenting style.
Yeah. So like in a sentence, what would
Would it be disciplinary, authoritative, democracy,
Democracy.
give and take,
That's hilarious.
What do you think?
Democracy.
Democracy.
democratic?
Actually, at this point, you can't be
A
you
republic.
can't be
Dystopian.
democratic. This the factor, man. Like you can't say, oh, I say this. This is what you're supposed to do. This goes.
You can or
You
cannot?
cannot.
You cannot. I cannot do that.
Oh,
So
you
you can't
can't.
be a dictator.
Oh.
I cannot do that.
Cannot
Can't,
be
so
a
you can't be.
dictator.
Yeah,
No, because the thing about it nowadays with kids, they rebel even more. If you tell them not to do
Yeah,
something.
yeah, I agree.
But what would you say?
So
is-
for me, my parents, I took a little from my mom. I took a little from my experience and the shit that I've been through. And I was like, you know, I will let them know. I was like, okay, hey, when you come home, you don't drop your bag. You don't drop your shoes at the door. You pick it up and put it in the same place
that's part-
where it's supposed to go.
Yeah.
He'll used to
Well,
come.
how would you, in a nutshell, word that, like your style?
But your dad on the phone has been he said he's like don't forget the guy in his way.
Yeah.
That's-
So for me, I still like I said, I incorporate a little of my mom, a little of me, a little of
Roberta.
So
Little
we say
Roberta?
freestyle.
yeah.
Freestyle.
All right.
Free
That's
basing,
freestyle.
free basing,
Day-to-day.
yeah, day to day.
Compromise.
Because
also-
there's no such thing as a perfect
yeah,
parent.
There's no
bro.
book. There's
There's
no,
no book about it.
No.
There is book about it,
Well, right.
but it works like you said. It's different for everyone.
Yeah, it's different. Well, I
100%.
also
Works
think, I
for
also
you.
think
Like my wife doesn't want to hit him. Doesn't
Right.
want to hit
Yeah.
my son. I was like, nah, you can't.
Yeah.
There's certain things you got to.
We're talking about parenting. We're talking about Caribbean type parenting,
Oh.
as opposed to American type
parenting. Yeah.
Not better or worse, different.
Just different.
Different.
The most I ever got was like a friggin' running through the kitchen and like, you know, a sandal to the ass, you know, while we were running through the house when we shouldn't have been, you know, and then it's like it shows. Oh,
Yeah, because bro, and then my son,
You needed that shit. I can tell you're a fucking.
my son,
Menace, absolute
and
menace.
what I love, one thing I love about my son, he looks and he observes. He observes a lot of shit that goes on. Like he'll go to somebody's house and they'll offer him something. I'm like, no, thank you.
So he's polite. You
Yeah,
still
no,
the
thank
manners.
you.
Yeah.
He's very,
Manners.
he's very good well mannered. So he'll come, and then he's like, oh, they offer me cookie. Can I take it?
He checks in. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
checks
It's
in.
important.
Yeah, it's important.
That's good. That's
great.
good. Well, and then okay, so you know, that's all that parenting stuff is
Yeah, I
beautiful.
know.
And it makes sense because you know once you get to the like Wes was talking about his pinnacle, his Mount Everest, he has to think about
That
his
is
family
his,
now, and
that's his climb now.
that's-
That's
yeah,
your
that's-
mountain, my man.
That's
Yeah,
your mountain,
yeah.
man. That's
Providing for your
beautiful.
kids. That's a very
Provide for your
honorable.
kids.
that's
It's
very-
big.
When you have a daughter, oh man,
Oh yeah,
it's on a
the daughter.
whole different level.
Yeah,
In a
well,
good
that's
way
gonna
or
be
bad?
that's gonna be like
Huh?
a whole different show.
In a good way or a bad way?
in a good way,
But also.
bro. I look at my daughter, and I'm like, if she asks me for the world right now, if I don't have the world, I'll find it somehow,
Yeah.
some way, and somehow, to get her that world, bro.
The
That's
daughter.
awesome, man.
That's crazy.
Take that on consignment.
Not even consignment, bro. I want her to have it, and nobody come back and was like, oh, you gotta give me this, give it back to me.
Yeah.
Nah, she want it, she have it, bro.
I understand.
I understand.
That's the grind mentality right now.
Yeah.
That's
Nah.
crazy. I can't.
Oh.
Henry, we having kids? We gonna have kids at one time?
Yeah, you know, I think I want kids.
Yeah.
But
Not
trust me,
now.
but there's no rush for
Yeah.
kids.
There's no
bro.
rush. I
There's no
don't
rush.
think there's a
no
rush.
fucking rush for kids,
You
bro.
know?
Trust me.
Well, what do you think would be a good age if we said we were gonna have
I think
kids?
it depends on the woman or like where you're at in life. I
See
don't know
that,
if there's
but that's a lot. That's a
It's not
misconception with a lot of people, bro.
misconception.
Nah,
Well, I know. I think
It is.
it's not because
Bro,
because
for me,
it depends
I
on
coulda-
who your partner is, and if
Yeah,
you have to
gotta-
talk about those things. I think that you should have a plant before a dog and a dog before a kid, and I think realistically, it's,
no, it's true, but it may seem fucking. But you can't. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how much you plan for a kid, man. It can't. It doesn't work out
Yeah,
the same way
yeah.
you plan, bro.
That's-
Shit
no, of
gets
course.
sidetracked
okay.
right
I
now.
think
We
I would.
plan and God laughs.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't want to. I think kids though. Like I would have kids in. I think, like. I'm hoping in my mid-30s. I'd like to because I don't want to be too old. I'm fortunate enough to have 4 grandparents still, and that has been a blessing in my life. And my parents had us pretty young, and you know one of the things I guess like I'm sure you two can relate with this. Like when you're parenting, you're also growing up still while raising other people. You know, you're still learning about life and stuff always.
Yeah.
And so I mean like I think my parents had us pretty early, but like I said like. I had all 4 grandparents, and I think having grandparents is a beautiful thing.
It
and,
is, man.
and I want to make sure my kids have grandparents as well.
Yeah.
So I don't want to wait too long, but
So
I
you
think
said
it also comes down to
35?
yeah,
35,
around that. Yeah,
35,
So
36?
and I want to make sure that I can also support them.
Yeah.
And that they're gonna have a good life, you know, because I hear a lot of people in today's world. They're like, I don't think it's a good this world is a good place to bring a human being into, and it's like, what the fuck do you mean? There's so
Such
much
nonsense.
opportunity.
Opportunities, yeah.
And-
What is your age? What do
It's a
you?
good question, man. It depends on where I'm at, like financially too. Like I'm trying to support myself right now. Like I need to be able to provide for another human too. I would say like, but finances aside, like just in terms of like interest, I would say like late 20s, early 30s.
Yeah, that's what I think too.
But my biggest thing to you guys new generation guys now, my biggest thing, choose your partner wisely.
Right. That's what I was saying. It depends on
Wisely.
the girl.
It depends on
Choose your partner
absolutely.
wisely.
Because that's everything, man.
Yeah,
That's
bro,
90%
because
of your happiness.
you don't want to have fucking like people coming after you for child support. You don't want your
Right.
your baby mama drama. You don't want you want to live a peaceful life, enjoy
Baby
your
mama
kids.
drama.
Yeah.
You never want that because I have friends, man. I have kids that went through fucking hell. Choosing the person, it's not like you going out. Okay, let me see, let me look around, find.
Yeah, yeah.
You find that person. Like I said, it goes back to connection. When you make a connection with someone, that bond became so powerful that you can see yourself. You can see yourself having kids with this person,
Creating life.
creating a life with this person.
Do you? All right. So then, do you feel like you pick the girl, or you feel like the girl picks you?
I think it's.
It go both ways,
goes
bro.
both ways,
It go
bro.
both ways,
It go-
bro.
absolutely
It
goes
go both
both
ways.
Really?
And this is
That's how you
alright.
see it?
There's
We
one
would
thing.
like to see. We would
Yeah.
like to feel that we picked them, right?
Yeah.
But, you know, they got a choice.
Yeah, there's one thing my grandmother used to tell me. She's
Okay.
like, number one, love who love you,
Right.
Facts.
huh?
Right.
Facts.
Yeah.
Love you,
And
love you.
love who love you because you know why? That person would go bad shit for you, no matter what they will put.
Loyalty.
They will go down for
Yeah.
you, whatever.
Whatever.
Another thing, she's like, when it comes to love, love doesn't put food on the table.
Mm.
You still have to, even though that person love you, you have to
You have to be with someone who has the same ideologies as you. That's
and make
driven.
and into the same wavelength as you. If you into church, and the person you with is not into church, that shit is not gonna work.
Probably not gonna. If you're a big church
I don't think that's
person,
true.
then yes.
I'm saying
I think there's
I'm
plenty of
saying it's
people that are
100.
very happy that vote for
Nah,
different
bro.
political parties
Nah, bro.
and follow different
You and your
religions.
partner has to be into the same shit. If you're not into the same shit,
Not everything, but at least what's important to you.
Yeah.
You have to like see.
yeah,
I agree.
got to.
I agree.
Like,
And
if
that's
she
one
wants
thing,
go
you have to.
painting and stuff. Like I'm not into painting. I'm not gonna be like, this isn't gonna work.
And you
Yeah.
definitely will be invited back.
Appreciate that.
Absolutely. All right. Observer's Corner over and
Out.
out.